This is Martha of Fat Rabbit Cooks. Good morning. We're going to make salmon patties today. One of my favorite breakfast foods. I start off with a small can of salmon. I prefer the Sam's brand because it's nice and clean. It doesn't have bones in it. It doesn't have any skin much. And I just dump a can of that in the bowl. I start off with that. Take one egg, beat it up very well. You want it all incorporated. You don't want any egg yolk on one side and egg white on the other. You want it well beaten. Put that in there. According to the recipe in Fat Rabbit Cooks, which is on page 125, there's 3 tablespoons of meal, 2 tablespoons of flour, a half teaspoon of black pepper, and a half teaspoon of salt. And you can dump that all in here. I usually use about a quarter of an onion. I love onion in my salmon. This ends up actually being about a quarter of a cup. Put that all together and then just incorporate it all. This is extremely simple, very quick, and delicious. I leave the juice in the bowl because I don't like a dry salmon patty. I like for it to be a little moist. So after you incorporate it all together, that's all there is, getting it together. That's it. You have your onion, your meal, your flour, salt and pepper, and your salmon. That's it. Go over to the stove, which should be hot, and it's not, but we'll get it there. You can use bacon grease to fry your salmon patties in, or just use some canola oil, vegetable oil, whatever you've got handy. You don't want a whole lot, maybe a couple of tablespoons. You want to make sure that's hot. After you get your pan hot, you want it to be hot because you don't want those salmon patties to stick. And if you look at your salmon, see how good that looks? That's just salmon, onion, meal, flour, salt and pepper. That's all there is. I mound it on a fork and just put it in for patties, however big you want them to be. And you fry them until they're light brown on one side. Then you turn them over, flip them over, and cook them until that side is also light brown. And then you cook the rest of them. When your salmon is done, it generally looks like this. Those are beautiful salmon patties that I like to serve with homemade biscuits, or just use some canned biscuits. Because if you like me, you ain't got time to do both. It's a nice, beautiful golden brown, and you cook the other side until it's also nice and golden brown. Your salmon looks like this when it's done. They're just nice golden brown patties, ready for a great biscuit. You can also have them with, just eggs or pancakes or whatever. And some people actually make them for dinner. I like eating my salmon with, I usually break my biscuits in half and then put a salmon patty on top. I like it with strawberry preserve, which is absolutely delish. You can find that in the book also, the strawberry preserves. If I don't have strawberry preserves, I like the pear preserves. Either one is really good. And when you take a bite, absolutely delicious. You can find this recipe in the book Fat Rabbit Cooks on page 125, along with a lot of other great recipes. And this book is available on Amazon.com, also Barnes & Noble. Remember, life is for living, live it.